The war had lasted far too long when they sent Elias Moreau. Years of conflict had turned the space between stars into a silent graveyard. Trade routes destroyed, entire systems isolated, civilizations reduced to fragments, struggling to survive amid chaos. And at the center of it all, humans and aliens fighting a war no one could clearly remember how it had begun. Elias was not a soldier. He had never commanded a fleet or fired an orbital cannon. He was a diplomat, one of the last. In an era where missiles spoke louder than words, his profession was seen as an obsolete relic. Yet he was the one chosen for the mission. "There is a chance for a ceasefire," the admiral said. "A single chance." Elias folded his hands, keeping his expression neutral. "With whom?" he asked. The admiral hesitated. "With everyone." The meeting would take place at a neutral point, an ancient station built by an extinct civilization, suspended between three disputed territories. There, human representatives and 5 alien species would gather to discuss a peace agreement. The name was already circulating among officers: the Great Treaty. "Why me?" Elias asked. "Because you still believe war is not inevitable," the admiral replied, "and because you don't belong to any military faction." Elias accepted, not out of hope, but out of exhaustion. The neutral station was cold, silent, almost dead. Corridors too wide, lighting too dim, a constant reminder that even the greatest civilizations eventually fall. The delegations arrived one by one. Tense humans, suspicious aliens, eyes carrying centuries of resentment. And hovering above them all, the unspoken question: is this real or just another trap? The first session was purely procedural: generic statements, veiled accusations, silences that lasted too long. "Humanity demands guarantees," a human general said. "Our colonies were destroyed without provocation. You provoked the conflict by expanding beyond agreed limits," an alien representative replied, her voice echoing mechanically. "What limits?" Elias interrupted calmly. "There was never a formal treaty." A brief silence followed. "There were understandings," the alien replied. "Unsigned understandings are not laws," Elias said. The days dragged on. Elias spent hours reviewing historical archives, diplomatic records, fragmented transmissions. Something didn't add up. Each side firmly believed the other had broken an agreement, yet no concrete document existed. "It's as if we're arguing over a phantom treaty," he murmured to himself. That was when he found the first clue. An old report, nearly erased, referenced a third mediation, an entity that during the early days of human expansion had acted as a silent intermediary between species. The name appeared rarely, always incomplete: the Merchants of Kepri. "Who are they?" Elias asked the archival AI. "Restricted information. Fragmented records indicate interspecies economic operations." Elias frowned. "Merchants don't start wars, they profit from them." At the next session, Elias changed his approach. "Before we continue," he said, "we need to discuss who truly benefited from this war." The reaction was immediate. "What does that mean?" the human general snapped. "It means none of us gained anything except loss." He projected holograms, shattered trade routes, collapsed systems, billions dead, economies in ruin. "Except," he continued, "those who controlled the flow of resources during the conflict." Silence. The oldest alien representative tilted her head. "You speak of the Kepri," she said. A chill ran down Elias's spine. "So they do exist." "They do," she confirmed, "and they always have." The truth surfaced slowly, like something rotten rising from deep water. The merchants of Kepri were an ancient race, specializing not in warfare, but in logistics, control of routes, resource distribution, technological supply during times of crisis. At the dawn of human-alien contact, they had facilitated early verbal agreements. They translated, relayed messages, adjusted terms. They never lied outright, the alien said. They simply translated conveniently. Elias understood. You said humans could not expand beyond certain boundaries, but humans heard recommendations, not prohibitions. Exactly, the alien replied. And when the conflict began, the Kepri offered weapons, defenses, alternative routes. To both sides, Elias added. The treaty had never existed. The war was built on carefully cultivated misunderstandings. If this is true, the human general muttered, then we were manipulated for decades. Elias felt the weight of the revelation, but exposing the truth was only the beginning. Where are the Kepri now? Elias asked. Watching, the alien replied. Always watching. That night, the station suffered a power failure. Lights went dark. Systems rebooted, doors locked. Then a transmission appeared on every channel. "Diplomat Elias Moreau," said a smooth voice, "you are asking too many questions." The image revealed a tall figure wrapped in translucent robes, eyes glowing with cold intelligence. "I am Arcaval, spokesperson for the merchants of Kepri." Elias remained calm. "You profited from the deaths of billions." "We ensured economic stability," Arcaval replied. "War is merely a transitional phase." "You created a war based on a false treaty." "We created balance. As long as you fight each other, you do not threaten the whole." Anger flared in Elias, but so did clarity. "The treaty that never existed," he said, "was your greatest weapon." "And now you intend to destroy it," Arcaval replied. "That will cause chaos." "No," Elias said, "the truth will create choice." The next day, Elias did something no diplomat had ever done. He broadcast everything. Files, records, manipulated translations, secret economic contracts, trade routes controlled exclusively by the Kepri. The galaxy watched. The reaction was immediate. Delegates stood, sessions collapsed, fleets hesitated. "If this is true," the human general said, "then we fought the wrong war." "All along," Elias replied. The Kepri attempted to respond, to block transmissions, to isolate systems. It was too late. When war is built on lies, truth becomes a devastating weapon. The meeting ended without a signature. No treaty was signed that day, but something far more important happened. The war stopped, not because of peace, but because of doubt. Days later, Elias stood by the station viewport, staring into space. The alien representative approached him. "You destroyed centuries of control," she said. "No," Elias replied. "I returned choice to those who should have had it all along." "The galaxy will be more unstable now," she said. Elias nodded. "But it will be honest." When Elias returned to human space, he was neither celebrated nor condemned. He was seen as dangerous, because in times of war, truth is more frightening than any enemy. The treaty that never existed would never be signed, but the galaxy would never forget who profited from its absence. And for the first time in generations, humans and aliens looked at each other, not as inevitable enemies, but as victims of the same game. And that changed everything.